Horror fiction is one of my favorite genres, so every Friday I'm going to try to have a horror fiction book to talk about. Might get mixed in with some of my other random topics because I don't have as many horror fiction books as I would like. But to kick it off, I want to share one of the craziest horror fiction books I've read in a while, and it is Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. It says a novel. Technically it is, but actually it's more of a collection of short stories. What it is in a coffee shop is one of those flyers where you can tear off the little numbers. It's an invitation to go on this writer's retreat. So all these weirdos respond, and interwoven between the short stories from the participants of this retreat, we hear about what's kind of going on in the retreat, which is really messed up. But we also get to read each participant's short story. And the short stories are as twisted as you can imagine coming from Chuck Palahniuk. I love him as an author, and he writes some crazy, twisted, messed up stuff. So if you're into that, you might want to check him out if you haven't read any of his stuff. I read Fight Club before Brad Pitt and Edward Norton were on the cover of every book, and that's how I was introduced to him. Actually, there was an Entertainment Weekly article, and it just talked about that being a movie that was in production. I heard underground fight clubs and I was just all over it. I went and got the book and just fell in love with him as an author. I don't like all of his stuff, but the stuff of his I do like, I love. So I've read several of his other books. This is actually, I loaned Fight Club to a friend and she lost it. So this is the only book of his right now that I actually own. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it if you're like disturbing, stories. I actually paid retail price for this in Borders, $13.95, but it was money well spent. And I have to tell you, this cover glows in the dark. Everywhere you can see highlighted is super bright, and then the other darker areas is just a dimmer glow in the dark color. So it makes a really freaky, terrifying effect, and it's disturbing in the sense that I didn't know it was going to do that. I turn out the lights, you look over at your night table. The first time it happened to me, I look over at my night table and there is this face staring at you in the dark. Pretty scary. So technically there's 12 different stories from all the participants. Is it 12? Let me check. There's about 12 or 13 stories depending on the participant, of the participants. And so there's plenty. There are weird little poems at the front of every chapter. And I don't like the poems. You may like the poems, but I really love the stories, some more than others. I think one of my favorites is the one called Guts. And then there's this other one that is about a doll, a CPR doll, or a set of dolls that is really twisted, as well as ones about this couple that likes to pretend that they're bag people. I mean, just craziness. But that's what you get from Chuck Palahniuk. So if you're looking for an interested, twisted horror read, you want to check out Haunted. I will leave a link to its Amazon page in the description box if you want to pick it up. So thanks for watching this review, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.